blockheads. Ooh, COVID-19. Keeping my distance. What does that say? By county mayor mandate, stay at home. Yep. So I'm taking the opportunity as an essential to ride my bike to where I need to go. Hopefully it's not too loud, because there is a lot of wind today. Getting this crosswind. I don't know what it is about the motorcycle, but coming up behind people really tend to move out of my way on this thing. I'm a fan, I like it. Anyways, yeah, you guys know in a previous video I talked about the Memphis Shades fairing. I think it was the video that I talked about not talking about Corona, and it was kind of whistly. Oh shit, that was dangerous. But yeah, the front fairing was whistling, and I was going maybe like 40 to 50-ish miles an hour. So I tried this thing. I don't think it's helping. We can't obviously hear whistling at these speeds because, oh, I don't know, maybe just once you hit, oh shit, 90. I don't even feel like I'm going 90. Anyways, I guess once you hit 90, it stops whistling. But like if you slowed it down a little bit, I did hear it earlier. And you guys also noticed the mirrors are back up top. In a previous video, y'all did see that I had mounted them beneath, and so many of you guys commented, yay, finally, Blockhead mounted his mirrors underneath, woo! So I inverted my mirrors, but that was just a prototype. So I've been talking about having a surprise for a while for you guys, and we've been kind of working on behind the scenes, and so I'm basically working on a mirror flip kit. There's one out there that I previously used that does not work on this bike, so I'm working with a friend who just happens to be an engineer, and you guys have seen him on the channel before. His name is Alan, and we are working to make some blockhead parts. So mirror flip kit is one of the ones we're focusing on, like first and foremost. But yeah, we're in the prototype stage right now, so we'll have more to come on that note later down the road. It's so dusty over here, man. Reminds me of being in like Vegas, all that haze in the air. Great for pictures, shitty for breathing. So with the Low Rider S, right, the 2020 Harley-Davidson Dyna Low Rider S, right meow, this one, this motorcycle of mine. You guys know I bought it to trade it in the FXDR because I wanted something that was a little better at this type of stuff, right? Being able to do distance and whatnot. Woo! Yeah, I've basically got it to a point where like I'm really comfortable with it, and riding at distance is, ooh, chickens. Yeah, riding at distance is pretty comfy, you know. I've done a couple trips of like 300-ish miles with this thing one way and 300 miles back. What do I got? 3,199, so 3,200 miles. Yeah, I like it. I mean, the Milwaukee 8, no issues thus far. Yeah, it runs great. However, I had plans on, well, let me back up a little bit. You guys remember that video where I got to test ride a motorcycle up at Seminole Harley-Davidson? It was a, what was it, a Road Glide? Yeah, Road Glide Special. And that Road Glide Special just happened to have a big old engine in it. It had the 131 cubic inch Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle engine in it. You guys remember that video because I was just giggly like a schoolgirl. So we were basically pushing to put a 131 in my 2020 Softail Low Rider S. I know, despite it not being made for the Softails, we basically double checked everything. Me and the lead foreman up there who actually builds the engines, and he said, yep, we should be able to make it fit. I had basically already pulled the trigger. I ordered some parts to basically beef up the engine, transmission, and all the rest of that stuff for this bike, and we were gonna basically make it into this freaking 131 Softail. Some guys did it over in Germany on what was that? It was one of the Fat Boy specials, the anniversary edition Fat Boys. So some guys did it over in Germany, and so I was like, hell yes, like I want to do that with mine. Like, I mean, just after riding it, you just have this like high, right? And it's freaking amazing when you pull back on the throttle on that thing and you know, so like on mine, you know, it'll climb. It's got a lot of that torque through this range, Harleys have a ton of torque. Ooh, 5 acres for sale. I need to buy some land. That'd be cool to buy some land. Yeah, man, we were pulling the trigger, and had the kit been in, I would have actually already had it installed on the bike because we were trying to get it done before bike week. However, I've got a bunch of projects going on right now in terms of motorcycles. A couple of them I haven't quite revealed to you guys yet, but there is definitely a lot on the plate, and we're going to be doing some just awesome, crazy shit. So my thought was, since this is basically like my, you know, reliable, comfortable, you know, motorcycle, basically like this is my daily, right? If I'm going to ride a bike, need to ride a distance, yeah, like this is the bike that I picked. We got some speakers if we want to listen to music, I got a phone mount, I got a comfy seat, I got bars that are higher up so it's more comfortable. It still just absolutely rips. I mean, it's a great bike. So putting the 131 on it though, I mean obviously it would make it like hella fun. Yes, I just used the word hella. I haven't used that word in a really long time, but like I said, you saw the test ride and just how giddy and giggly I was. It makes it hella fun. Now, the downside that I've been hearing about those engines though, the 131, is that in order to get it to that displacement, they bore it out so much that the cylinder walls are crazy thin. And I've also heard about heat issues. So we had heard about the heat issues. I mean, obviously bigger displacement, more heat. We were going to you know, mount some fans to the frame and stuff like that, maybe set it up on like a thermostat or something. But that kind of got me to thinking, based on the stuff that I have planned out like in the future, should I really mess with this bike? You know, like should I put a bigger engine in it? All right, I'm gonna use an AR-15 example. So basically an AR-15, you got like with the safety switch, right? So you got safety, you got fire, and then you got giggle, right? So they call it a giggle switch. And what that means is it goes full auto. And whenever you put it in full auto, you giggle because it's fun as I mean, if you've never shot a gun full auto, oh my God, it's crazy fun. I used to work at a gun range, so I had my fair share of being able to shoot full auto, you know, MP5s, M4s, or AR-15s, but automatic, whatever you want to call it. Uzi, good amount of stuff. And every single time puts a shit-eating grin on your face, and you giggle, you laugh, because it's fun. So I equate the 131 to installing a giggle switch on my motorcycle. Except it's more like a giggle throttle? Giggle throttle? It sounds weird. Giggle switch sounds cool. Giggle throttle sounds strange. Okay, we'll just call it a giggle switch. So I wanted to install a giggle switch. But should I install a giggle switch just to install a giggle switch? And then have to deal with whatever possible issues come up from there? Heat issues, thin cylinder walls. Anyways, I'm almost to my destination. So I'm gonna cut the video right now. I'll be right back. Oh, more horses. We're back. Woo. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. Like, I'm thinking with something that is basically my daily, like, reliable, despite the 131 being fun as hell, you know, something that would kind of be pushing some limits since it's only made for the touring, but we could totally make it fit in the Softail since, you know, they're both Milwaukee 8s, and the lead foreman at Seminole Harley basically was willing to work with me on it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I were to ride it today, like a 131 again, it would probably be like, all right, done deal, do it. But on the flip side, I also like having my warranty. You know, 2020, I haven't had the bike that long, I guess. And yeah, I'm just looking for it to be like the reliable one instead of like the one that is possibly down because of some kind of issue. And you know, with the 131 just coming out, I'm talking about it getting hot, thin cylinder walls. I'm thinking I should probably hold off. Normally I don't like talking to you guys about this stuff because I like it to be a surprise. I like it to be like, holy shit, you know, we put a 131 in the Dyna Low Rider S. I know there's other options out there in terms of, you know, putting big bore kits for the Milwaukee 8s that, you know, probably produce more horsepower with actually like smaller displacement. But Seminole Harley-Davidson was really willing to work with me on doing a 131, like really willing to work with me. And that's one of the biggest reasons I was considering it. Wow, this looks super pretty right now, bro. Like, you know, with the dust in the air, and you see the streams, the light, sun rays, that's the word I'm looking for. Rays of sun coming through the clouds. I was thinking light streams. But yeah, like I said, usually I don't like talking to you guys about these things. Usually I like to surprise you, right? And be like, oh my god, we're installing a 131, and then go through the process of doing that. So, I mean, the trigger was pretty much pulled, but I'm kind of having second thoughts now. You guys let me know your thoughts. I'm trying not to let, like, the hype, the excitement, the, like, I don't know, what's the word, like, my eyes being all big, like, in a candy shop. I'm trying not to let that make my decision. Which I'm really bad about doing that. But who's to say down the road, you know, we don't do something crazy to this bike anyways. Big board out. I'm sure we will. Should we just hold on to our warranty in the time being? Probably. I mean, it seems to be the more sensible thing to do. The more, like, adult decision to make. But we ride motorcycles for fun. For this. Anyways, you guys let me know what y'all think. Post your thoughts down in the comments below. Should I hold off on installing a 131 kit on the 2020 Softail Low Rider S? Or should we just throw caution to the wind and say, F it, let's install a 131 kit? What are the cons? We lose our warranty, heat, possible future issues since it is like a new production engine, having to take care of that heat. What are the pros? Like I said, giggle switch, so it's fun as hell. 2, there's not really any other Softails out there besides that one in Germany that I saw that have done it. Also, something to consider is a lot of people have said that Harley-Davidson will end up making a 131 kit for the Softails. And, you know, if we were to jump the gun, basically do it before that comes out and then one comes out for it, and they have a tune and all that stuff, basically I've lost my warranty, and I could have just waited, you know, however long, couple months or whenever they're going to release it, if they release it even at all. It's just hearsay right now. So then I basically lost my warranty, still have a 131 kit. Just happened to be, you know, ahead of the curve a little bit, but at what cost if something goes wrong with it? Logically thinking, like I said, my brain is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Sorry you guys got to go through this stupid shit with me. I apologize. I'm gonna just enjoy the rest of the ride, and hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon so it sends you notifications for future uploads and activity. Until next time, ride safe, stay vigilant, social distance. Catch you guys in the next one. Just enjoy that view right there. Not much of a view, but you know, Florida, it's flat here. Alright. Peace.